Hello, I'm Tom Bailey, and in today's episode, I'll be getting to know John Nieuwenburg, who's an award-winning business coach, having worked with hundreds of clients, and is the founder of W5 Coaching. So, John, hello, and a very warm welcome to today's episode.
Thank you very much. Warm welcome is very appropriate. We're having a heat bubble. We're having all-time record temperatures here, so
Amazing.
everyone's thinking about heat at the minute.
Of course, and whereabouts are you in the world?
In Vancouver, on the west coast of Canada.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. And I just want to share a little bit more about you before we do get started. So, John coaches in three primary areas, which is business, personal growth, and accountability. And in an earlier life, he was the president of the BC Liquor Stores, who today does around 3 billion in revenue and around 1 billion in profit. The title for today's episode is How to Have a Business That Supports Your Life. And John is going to show us how to do that in just 7 minutes. So question number one today is, who are your ideal clients?
They're typically people that are three types. So first of all, they have an advisory practice. And that usually means they're accountants and lawyers and architects, anyone who provides professional advice, medical practitioners. They're in construction and trades. So they're, electricians and plumbers and that kind of thing. Professional solopreneurs, and they're typically realtors, smaller accountant firms, that kind of thing. Advisory and construction. Sorry for stepping on you there.
Yeah, no, not at all. The wide range of different businesses. Is there a commonality in terms of the typical challenges that they face?
Yeah, all of them are well trained. If you're a medical professional, if you're a lawyer, it took you 7 years to get a law degree. If you're an electrician or plumber, it took you 5 years to get a journeyman's ticket. So they're very good at their technical work, but lousy at business because they've never had any business training. And so these are, very smart people and can't figure out why it's so difficult for them to navigate their business. Typically, they're thinking about things like time, team, and money. So they're saying things like, I've got too much to do and not enough time to do it. I can't get everything done. Team is getting the right people, hiring enough people. It's very hard to do that right now, getting the culture you want. And money has got two sides to it. So one side is accounting, KPIs, metrics, having a dashboard in place, and the other side of money, and the very most common one is I need more money. I need better sales and marketing.
Got it. And it may seem like an obvious question, but if they don't have these things in place, what's the biggest impact that causes on them and the business?
It's funny, and this relates to the title. It isn't really that they're having challenges in their business, which it is, but it is the effect of those challenges in their life.
Yeah.
And so, they're probably not as happy at home as they'd like to be. They haven't been to one of their kids', games, maybe in the entire season. And so it gets captured or articulated in the form of, my business doesn't work, but really what it is, my business doesn't work. And as a result, my life isn't great.
Yeah, understood. So I guess this will resonate with a lot of people listening today. So what's the one piece of advice that you'd give them to really get started in the right direction?
They're very good at learning. So learn what it takes to run a business. There's lots of different ways to do that. Lots and lots of great books. Of course, get a coach. That's one of the things, but some kind of mentor or join a peer group, but find some kind of resource where you can learn from others that have, gone through what you're trying to get done for yourself. Go get help.
Yeah. And talking of resources, have you got any resources you can offer, guides, downloads for this audience?
Yeah, there's I've got a page with a bunch of downloads. These are all free tools. They're the very tools that I use in some cases with my clients, and you're welcome to have them. And if you can make great use of them, fantastic.
Excellent. And I've got the URL here actually, which is w5coaching.com/downloads. I'll put that in the show notes so people can just click on that and jump right in. Quick question about yourself, John. So what would you say is one of your greatest either mistakes or failures that you've made personally in life or business, and what did you learn from it?
Well, about 10 years ago, I attempted suicide. It was a very dark point in my life. I didn't learn much from it, except later I did a TEDx talk in 2015. And in preparing for that TEDx talk, I learned a lot, not
Yeah.
just about how to present and speak from the stage, but that preparation to do that talk taught me a lot, crystallized everything that was going on for me. As evidence of that, the PowerPoint presentation I was using to rehearse and script and write was open for 22,000 minutes, which I'll help you out. That's 16 24-hour days. And
Huge.
that was a massive amount of therapy for me,
I bet.
and really was what made all the difference. And here's the thing, it's been, about 6, 7 years since I did that talk, 10 years since the attempted suicide, and the last 5 years of my life have been the best ever.
Amazing.
It's
What a
better.
story. And if we wanted to listen to that TED Talk, what's the title?
Well, you can Google my last name, The Cultural Taboos of Suicide and Depression.
Appreciate that. Thank you very much. I'll take a look myself later on today. And the last question from me today is, what is one question that I should have asked you that will also give some great value to our audience?
Well, if they're a business owner that are trying to figure this out on their own, I urge them to read a thing called the E Myth, the Entrepreneurial Myth, Michael Gerber.
Mm-hmm.
And if they're a business owner that's at the other end of the cycle and they're thinking about exiting their business, I'd recommend they read Built to Sell.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you very much. Well, John, great tips today, great advice, great value, and really appreciate you coming here again. Thanks again for your time today.
My pleasure, Tom.